It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're tuning into your Feel Good Breakfast Show Expresso here on SABC3, where we are heading into the wild right now, which is, of course, our weekly update on all things wild and wonderful with our conservation sensation, Luke Bax, this morning. He is back. Yes, he is. And it has been a long time since we talked about snakes. So this morning we thought that the season is drawing to a close. So we thought we'd kind of look back at a few of the highlights that it brought with us as well. So we call it our animal-related questions, or you can call us with your animal-related questions. Give us a shout, 0839133728. Tell us about that weird and interesting encounters with snakes this morning. Luke, lovely to have you, my friend.
Always
nice
good.
to have you, yeah. So we're recapping a little bit. You shared a very interesting story a little while back about you taking out a cobra from a tree a couple of weeks ago. So for those people who've missed it, what went down?
So I got a phone call from a family in Bishop's Court. They said a snake in a tree. So off I went, yeah. So off I went. So I was actually on my way to play a hockey match. So just had my kits on, and yeah, I kind of thought it was actually going to be a boomslang. You don't often get cobras in trees, and just got there, and things became a little bit more tricky when it becomes a cobra, a little bit more aggressive, and then yeah, just managed to actually come down the ladder quite easy.
What was it?
It's a Cape Cobra.
A Cape Cobra, eh?
Yeah.
And you say you don't normally find them in trees.
No, I mean, that's the first one I've caught up in a tree like that.
my word.
I know friends of mine have caught one or two here, but it's quite rare to get them up in trees.
But it's interesting, I mean, the whole thing, I mean, you could see that you're approaching it with real caution.
Yeah,
I mean,
coming down a ladder front-facing while carrying a snake is never the...
Not easy, man. So listen, let's talk about some of the most common venomous snakes that we can expect to see around in our areas, in South Africa particularly. That's pretty much prevalent.
Yeah. So, well, in the Cape, our three most common ones are your Cape Cobra, your boomslang, and your puff adder. As you move further up the country, you start, especially in KwaZulu-Natal and Joburg, you start to get more of your... You'll get your black mambas, your Mozambique spitting cobras or mfezis. You get green mambas as you go up into KZN. You'll get your snouted cobras, your banded cobras. It's a typical black mamba pose.
Yeah, I can see that black mouth inside.
But yeah, like a lot of our venomous snakes, especially in the Western Cape, we only have the three bad ones. You get a lot more. I want to say number of venomous snakes the higher you go up the country.
Yeah, okay. So, but I mean, down in Cape Town, we can expect to see like the Cape Cobra, of course, one is the king.
Yeah.
Almost. All right, well, very interesting. We're going to continue with this discussion a little bit later with Luke this morning. Give us a call, 0839133728, if you want to share a story of you interacting or, that came across a snake and you want to really share that story, 0839133728.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Man, what an interesting story. Luke, I don't know, what do you make of that story, man?
Yeah, that's a typical case of a mother doing anything to save her child.
Yeah, man, above and beyond, jumping
Yeah.
on a tiger. But listen, I'll probably do the same thing if it was my boy. So we continue our discussion right now. It's all about snakes this morning with our conservation expert, Luke Bax. And if you have a comment or a question, you can always phone us if it's around snakes, 0839133728. Joining us on the line right now, Arina Hobbs. Arina, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good yourself, Arina.
I'm well, thank you.
Listen, Arina, so I heard your boy is doing some pretty amazing things. Just tell us about your boy, Arne.
Well, Arne has been into snakes since the age of 2 years old. Quite a scary thought for any mum.
I can imagine.
And at the age of 9, his brother came to me and he said, Mum, I think you should send him for a course of two because Arne is going to do it wrong if we are not going to help him to do it right. So this is not a phase. And at the age of 9, he went on his first course.
That is amazing. That is amazing. I know that he's got a very interesting history as well, but it's great because apparently he's also educating the youth around snakes currently.
Yes, he is.
That is amazing. Arina, thank you so much for your call. Luke, I believe there's a couple of programs, I mean, especially for youngsters like Arne wanting to get involved in conservation initiatives. What kind of programs are available for the youth out there?
So, as far as snake handling goes, unfortunately, most of the snake handling courses, obviously there are exceptions where you have got exceptional youth like him.
Yeah.
That they can, most courses you have to be 18 and older to do it. But on most nature reserves, and especially around South Africa, there are programs where you can go do help beach cleanups, or you can go help reserve cleanups, or you can do frog surveys, or chameleon surveys, or bird surveys, where you can go and contribute towards the running of the reserve. There's not too much they can do regarding like this, like I said, with snakes, because of the dangerous nature of handling snakes.
Yeah.
But a lot of the dangerous activities the kids can get help involved in at all times, and it really like it uplifts them from a young age and makes it easier to kind of get the points of conservation across when you're dealing with a young kid versus an adult.
And I think it's a really important kind of topic, especially for any youngster to go into, because I mean, we do need that in
Yeah.
South Africa. We need those guys, spreading that message around awareness of conservation. All right, cool. Well, we're going to be connecting with Arne a little bit later, just after the break. But and also Luke will be back with us still for one more segment. So give us a shout, 083-9133728, if you want to ask him any question snake-related this morning. That's what we're talking about.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. If you tune into your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso here on SABC3. Welcome to it. Luke back still with us in studio. We're talking all things snakes this morning. Give us a call, 083-9133728. Now, just before the break, we spoke to Irina Hobbs. She's the mom of Arne, who's doing incredible work at teaching youngsters about snakes. We have him on the line this morning. Arne, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Morning, my man. How are you doing?
Always good, and you?
Good, thank you. Listen, I'm very proud myself and Luke about the incredible work that you are doing around snakes. It sounds scary, man. So how old were you when you caught your very first snake?
Next when I was, but I handled snake at it.
Oh, goodness. Luke, just say that again. How old were you?
I 2 years old when I got my first snake.
Okay. That's amazing. Now, listen, what do you love about snakes? What is it about them that intrigues you?
Actually, when I was a kid, I could ask some cat because so I just got interested because I didn't want to ask things.
Yeah, Luke, unfortunately we can't. The line is very, very bad. We're going to try and call you back, okay? So just hold on tight. But I mean, I think this is amazing. From what I know, he's doing incredible work. We spoke about it. He's teaching and educating youngsters as well. Look at that, man. Are you, like, Mom, how are you feeling when you take a look at that photo? That is just ridiculous. But I mean, what advice could you give to Arne? I mean, and other children like that really want to learn more about reptiles, just to gain that knowledge from a young age.
I mean, he's got about 10 years head start on what I had. I mean, if he started handling snakes at about 6 years old, I mean, he started when I was about 20. So he's
had to build up the confidence.
Well, I mean, it was, before I had the opportunity to even learn. About getting that experience early on in life, it kind of takes away that fear as you get into an adult. I mean, a lot of adults that I've spoken to and I've done shows for have they've got this fear that's stemmed from being a kid and their parents telling them how bad snakes are, and then having maybe one negative experience as a kid, and then suddenly now they've got this petrified fear. That's actually an albino gaboon adder that's recently been bred, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's pretty much what it comes down to. Yes, we need to be cautious when it comes to, especially from a parent's side of you, but also I think there must be a good education factor alongside with it.
Yeah, no, education, I mean, that's one of the things I love about conservation is the education side of it. The fact that you can take kids who don't know anything or have got fears of snakes and of the wildlife in general, and trying to instill the passion and drive that I have when I was younger, and trying to just convey it to the next generation.
I love that. Luke, thank you so much for joining us this morning, and to Arne as well, man. Thank you for the work that you are doing for just educating and spreading that message, that positive message around our reptiles as well in South Africa. Keep doing that, and to Arne's mom as well, deep breaths. Deep breaths as well. Well, that was your Into the Wild this morning with Luke back talking about snakes. Last one to come on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Don't go anywhere.